Hi, it's America's Beducator, Jeff Shire, owner of Mattress To Go, and this is the Therapeutic BackSense Elite Potomac Ultra Plush Pillow Top. The BackSense Elite line from Therapeutic is the beginning of their premium adult support lineup, and the Potomac is in the upper echelon of that lineup using higher quality foams. Being an ultra plush pillow top, this is one of the softer offerings in the BackSense Elite line from Therapeutic, but it still has a very substantial feel because we're using higher quality foams, and all those foams are solid sheets of foam, so it has good durability. Support within the bottom foundation within the mattress set comes from Leggett & Platt's very heavy-duty Semi-Flex Metal Grid Network foundation. This is a semi-flex, or what some people call a minimal flex foundation. They're quite simple in construction. You have a welded metal grid network on top, surrounded by a perimeter thicker steel border rod. Then this flat grid network is supported by different struts underneath that are stapled to the bottom cross slats. These are examples of corner struts. Now, regularly in the middle of the foundation, you'd have what look like upside down U struts that support the grid network on top. It's stapled to the bottom slat, it goes up, it's welded, it goes over, it's welded, and then it goes down and it's stapled to the next slat right here. I know we still call these box springs in the industry, but that's just so you know that we're talking about the bottom piece of the sleep set. Foundations really are rigid items, and they're glorified risers. They do not impart any comfort to the product. You just want to make sure that they stay flat and firm. And they're normally available in a 9-inch version like this one, or what they call a low profile, a 5-inch thick version. Now, something that we do unique here at Mattress To Go, all of our regular Therapeutic models, even our entry models, we're still using this nice, strong metal semi-flex foundation. We don't go with some of the less expensive wood foundation with cardboard decks on top. Those really don't hold shape for too long. And also, for our wood slats, we go with slats that are 50% wider than the slats that are used right here on this demonstration unit. Support within the mattress comes from the Superlastic Pro Continuous Coil Spring Unit, also from Leggett & Platt. It is the heaviest duty, most advanced continuous coil spring unit that they make here for us in North America. This is a Superlastic Pro Continuous Coil Innerspring Unit from Leggett & Platt. This is the heaviest duty and most advanced continuous coil innerspring unit that Leggett & Platt makes for us. A continuous coil innerspring unit is one wire woven into a grid network of coils that are held together with the helical lacing right here. It is notched at 2 places or offset in 2 points, so it does sense and respond well to your body's weight. We use a good thick 13.5 gauge steel here. It's tempered twice, which is unique with continuous coils, so that it holds its shape extremely well. And it is a high profile unit, so there's quite a bit of steel to sense and respond to your body weight. Now, a unique thing about continuous coil innerspring units is that they maintain a very flat and firm profile on top. This is very important when used with the modern one-sided mattresses, because we don't want the innerspring unit to travel too much, because this will accelerate the eventual loss of comfort of foams by helping to break down the cell walls, the cell structures, the struts in those foams. So very appropriate to use this type of a spring unit with some of the higher quality one-sided mattresses out there. One unique thing that we do here at Mattress To Go is that we are still using the border rod around the top, and I know you don't see it on this display, and around the bottom of this innerspring unit, even with the foam edge reinforcement around the side. This lends extra structural integrity to the innerspring unit itself, and also helps to provide a firmer edge seating surface for you when used in a finished mattress. Around the side and the bottom of this innerspring unit, we have a very firm, solidly glued foam edge reinforcement unit called the TheraTub. This does 2 things. Number one, when you sit on the edge of the bed, it provides a very firm edge seating surface, even on a nice plush pillow top like this product. But more importantly, when you sleep close to the edge of the bed, it minimizes product roll-offs. You can effectively use the entire sleep surface. It's very important to note that this edge reinforcement system is made properly. It's high density firm foam, and it's glued into a solid tub. It's not held together with staples, nor is it held together with fabric. And when you combine that with the border rod on the top and the bottom of that Superlastic Pro Continuous Coil Spring Unit, you have quite a bit of structural integrity located within this mattress. Now, comfort is derived primarily from the comfort layers on top of the product, and there's quite a bit in this product right here. We'll start with the quilt panel, which will be the top 2 layers of foam directly underneath the covering. We have a 1-inch layer of a gel-infused polyurethane foam. That gel infusion gives it some extra durability. And then beneath that, there's a 1-inch layer of a high-performance, higher-quality polyurethane foam. Both of those are plush. That's your quilt panel. Beneath that, we have the upholstery layers of foam. We'll start with a 1-inch layer, again, of that high-performance plush polyurethane foam. And then in the middle third of the bed, there'll be a 1/2 inch thick layer of latex foam. Latex is the most durable foam we can put in a mattress. That gives us a little bit of extra durability in the middle third of the mattress where most of your weight's located in your abdomen and your thorax. Underneath that, there's a 2.5 inch layer of a 5-zone high quality polyurethane foam. And then beneath that, there's a non-woven fabric layer called Versare. And basically that divides your pillow top panel from some of the deeper foam layers inside of the mattress. After that, we have a 1 inch thick piece of a high performance polyurethane foam. Then underneath that, we have another Versare layer. And beneath that, on the left and the right hand side of the product, we'll have a very large hourglass shaped polypropylene mesh layer. That's called the Hourglass Pad. That's a therapeutic, uniquely patented item. This gives us some extra durability on the product. You tend to sleep on the left and the right hand side of the bed. It's not something that you notice when you lie down on the bed, but it's something that you'll see longitudinally 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road. It'll give you some extra durability within the product. Now, all of the foams used within this mattress are CertaPure US certified. That means they're made without formaldehyde, there's no phthalates, there's no PBDEs, there's no softening agents, no heavy metals. It's made without ozone depleters, and it's a low VOC product. So, for lack of a better term, it's a good health certificate for the foams. This product is produced in the United States. It's made in our facility in Rock Island, Illinois. But more importantly, all of the componentry is completely domestic and sourced within the Midwest. Now, all of the BackSense Elite products from Therapeutic have a 10-year full, non-prorated warranty from the manufacturer, so you're covered for defects in workmanship within that time frame. And this is the Therapeutic BackSense Elite Potomac Ultra Plush Pillow Top Mattress.